and welcome to Ninqueso Almost Live. This is episode 42. I am El Gran Queso, and I am joined once again by the tire deflating Miss Bree.
Hello, bestie. How are you today?
I am not too bad, thank you. I'm not too
I
bad.
say that like we haven't spoken already today, but being besties, we pretty much speak every day, don't we?
No.
You fibber, we do.
Never.
Yes, I'm not too bad. I've had a bit of a battle. The man hunk had a tyre deflation episode, and then some person had put metal caps on the tyre valves.
By some person.
And they corroded on. So we've had a WD-40 episode, although what I always say is everybody should own duct tape and WD-40, which makes me sound like a psychopath. And how...
If it moves and it's not meant to, duct tape. If it doesn't move and it's meant to, WD-40.
Correct.
Everything's done. That's how I fix my computers. This bit's not moving. Quick, duct tape.
Fair enough. So what have you been playing this week, bestie?
This week, what have I been playing? I started a new game from Game Pass called The Good Life, which I'm currently editing up that video to get up onto my Ninqueso Plays channel, where like you can turn into a cat and a dog.
That sounds like my style.
And there's also sheep riding in it as well.
Sheep riding, wow.
It's a bit of a weird game, but
yeah,
I just started playing that. I've only played about an hour of it so far, but it's not too bad.
Apart
from that, started Skyrim again on my... I think I mentioned that last week that I'm started Skyrim on my Switch because I've got the OLED one and it looks really good on the OLED. And I've been playing the N64 games that have come out on the expansion pass because I picked that up.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought I should in the pursuit of knowledge for the podcast.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm still struggling with Myst because some of the sounds are baffling me a bit, and I've recently been diagnosed with sensory processing disorder, so it's pretty much it's not in my wheelhouse to process those sounds and solve the problem. So logical thinking is right up my alley, but having to compare those specific sounds coming out of the puzzle in Myst. If anybody's got any tips for me, please do write in.
just ask Uncle Google.
Yeah, I try not to because they have walkthroughs for everything.
Yeah, that's the
problem.
But
it kind of ruins it.
I had that with Metroid. I was like, playing it on stream, and I was stuck on this one point. I was literally spent an hour and a half of the stream just going around in circles, like I do not know where to go. And I'm hesitant about looking it up because you might see things that are going to spoil stuff further on. But luckily, someone who was watching said, "Look, I know where you're meant to go now. I've looked. So if you want me to tell you, let me know." So I just got the exact information. Thank you so much, Wild Runner.
Your subscribers are amazing. They're such great people. I tell you what, it is really good hanging out in your streams because it's funny. Your subscribers talk amongst each other as well as to you, and it's a great hangout. So if you don't follow Ninqueso Live on Twitch, he streams. Is it Wednesday to Monday?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, unless I get really tired at work.
Yeah, you can find him on Twitch, Ninqueso Live, and he plays all sorts of games. Usually it's 6 till 8 p.m. UK time, so follow that because it's great. I usually watch him while I'm in my ice bath.
And you get to see Kelly as well.
There's Kelly Cam, which is great. Anyway,
shall we move on to some news?
Shall we do the quick news?
What, the kind of news we don't really want to talk about, but we feel we should mention?
That kind.
Okay, Stardew Valley creator has revealed his next game, Haunted Chocolatier.
I did see this.
Yes, I've never played Stardew Valley, so I'm not really into this hype, but I know a lot of people are very excited for this. Tetris 99 is hosting a Metroid Dread event this weekend. So,
crossover event.
Yes, so the backgrounds will all be like Metroid Dread style. Do you remember Games Master?
I do.
They found the new Games Master for the new reboot.
Trevor McDonald.
Yes, Trevor McDonald. So Trevor McDonald will be the Games Master.
So Trevor is great. He's one of my favourite people from when I was a child, which obviously was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh, there, he's got copyright strikes.
Yeah.
Sony will be having a state of play on today, the 27th, and you'll be able to watch it at 10 p.m. in the UK.
Yeah, 10 p.m. UK time.
So just assume you're watching this actually tomorrow, then you've missed it. It was Wednesday the 27th. Why aren't you watching this the day I upload it? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? So Nintendo, what did they do?
They rejected Samus voice acting in Metroid Prime for being too sexual and sensual.
So Nintendo are a big family.
Yes.
I think a lot of people would have, liked that, quite honestly. I would have liked that.
It's one of those things, isn't it? It's like Link never talks in games.
No.
Samus never talks in games. So, I don't know. I think sometimes it's nice, but having a silent protagonist also lets you map your own kind of impressions of how they should be onto them. Like, I think Skyrim, again, is a very good example. Your person never ever talks, and because of that, you can make a role play as however you want your character to be. But yeah, I guess it would have been nice. But then again, from what I've played, what on earth would she have said?
Well, yeah.
How dare you, Ravenbeak? Put me down. It's just like, oh no, a big monster. It's just like, oh, okay, she didn't need to talk. She's just badass. She's a silent badass.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that is the end of the quick news.
Was the quick news.
Let's do some main news, bestie.
Yes, I can't even remember what I sent to you.
Okay.
Oh, yes, the Mario Party one.
Be careful with your palms.
Yes, they've actually... one of the games on Mario Party, Tug of War, you need to play it by rotating the joystick around to pull the people.
So this was a weird one because people, and by people we mean mostly teenage boys, would do it with their hand.
I had Mario Party on the N64, and
round and round and round and round.
The blister I got on my hand from doing the Shy Guy wind-up game was my whole hand, literally a blister, like that sort of circumference was just red. It was so bad.
Having said that, the actual the joystick, top of the joystick is changed in design now.
Yeah. The N64
cap on it,
the N64
so
was
that
just
should
hard.
make a difference.
The N64 was hard plastic. Nintendo have actually, I don't know if this is in this story here, but they have actually released a statement just to try and avoid any sort of saying,
they've included a warning.
Do not use the palm of your hand to rotate the joystick, as this will damage your hand and damage the joystick. And let's face it, Joy-Cons are already a little bit temperamental for Joy-Con drift anyway. So if you're going to be rotating really, really fast like this, you're just going to cause more damage. Because originally, back in the was it the late 90s when it first came out?
90s.
I don't think this happened in the UK.
Had a ridged design, didn't it?
I don't think this happened in the UK, but in America, people complained, and Nintendo started sending out gloves. So people just got on for doing it. But now they've just gone, look, we don't want to have to send out gloves again. People are going to get sued in this day and age a lot more harsh. Let's just say, do not do it.
Yeah, so they've put a little warning triangle. It's one of those little orange warning triangles with an exclamation mark in the middle. And it says, to avoid irritation to your skin and / or damage to the control stick, do not rotate it with the palm of your hand.
Yes.
That's your final warning.
That is your final one. Just don't do it. It's not worth the high score. I speak from experience. Do not do it. It hurts like anything. And that game is out Friday. Although it's also leaked online and people are already downloading it on emulators and stuff. So it's just like that happens with every single game though, so far.
The next story I'm actually pretty excited about. This is Warner Brothers, who are allegedly making this
I think
brawler platform fighter game.
That's the strongest word. Allegedly. It's not confirmed, but it's so ridiculous, it's probably true.
Yeah, so this story started life on Reddit, and the claims are for the following characters. Now, I'm just going to say, again, this is just a claim, and it started off on Reddit, but, Redditors are actually notorious for having inside info, so I want to believe this.
It's like...
simply because the list is so great. So here's your list.
Why would you make this up?
Yeah. So there's Shaggy.
Yeah, not like it wasn't me, Shaggy, the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. So there's Shaggy, Gandalf, Tom and Jerry, Batman, Fred Flintstone, Mad Max, and Johnny Bravo. So this is quite the lineup.
Gandalf beating up Tom and Jerry. That's just weird.
I want to see
Batman
Shaggy
fighting
Mad
Shaggy. Shaggy taking on Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether this is, going to end up being legit or not, but I hope so.
I think just the image of these people fighting in your own brain is enough.
So
Really. I mean, obviously Smash Brothers has really done well, and so people are looking at platform fighters, because we just had Nickelodeon one come out.
Yeah.
So it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Warner Brothers are like, yeah, let's do this. And obviously they've got the licenses to all of these people as well. I have heard like an extension on this. I think I heard about it today, where they're saying Harry Potter and Harry and Ron are actually rumoured to be in it as well, but the licensing is a little bit weirder with them.
So, licensing's a bit of a thing these days, isn't it? Ross, we covered that on FIFA last week. There's big money changing hands. So I guess
basically, if this is true, anyone that Warner Brothers has in license could potentially be in this game.
Yeah.
Which
anyway, I guess we'll see.
It's a wait and see thing.
We'll be the first to report back if that turns out to be true.
Mainly because of how ludicrous it all is.
Yeah, you'll see it here first. Anyway,
how Tom and Jerry fighting Batman? What is that about?
I don't know. Like I say, I just want to see Shaggy versus Mad Max. I just want to see it. I got to see it. Anyway, the next story is up my alley.
It is.
I got excited, and then I was like, "Are you having a giraffe?" And this is about storage for the Xbox. So neither of us have been able to get our sticky little paws on either an Xbox X or S. You want an X? You're absolutely adamant. Me, I would do an S up until today. I would just say. So the news has been revealed that Seagate is bringing out 2 new versions of the Seagate expansion card for X and S. So there's a 512 gig and a 2 terabyte going on sale this year. And I was all excited until I read the price tag.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they are solid state drives, so they're not going to be cheap.
No. But
before, at least all you could get before was the 1 terabyte. So at least there is that option for the 512. But how much is it?
So the 512 gig is $139.99 US.
Yep.
And the 2 terabyte is $399.99 US.
Yes.
And obviously they don't use the conversion rate. So in the UK it will be the same.
It'll be about the same.
£140 and £400.
Which, to buy a 2 terabyte one, you could legitimately almost buy 2 Xbox Series S consoles.
Exactly.
But hopefully in time the price will come down on them. I know it's expensive at the moment, but it's at least the option's there for that slightly cheaper one. But it's still.
As I said, neither of us have been able to get our hands on one, so it's kind of neither here nor there. Anyway,
the thing is, it's that double-edged sword, because obviously PlayStation's gone down the route of you can add your own M.2 drive to your thing as long as it's compatible speed and everything. But then you have to open the system up, put it in, close it back up again. Whereas these literally just plug into the back, so it's like convenience. Personally, I prefer that option. But then again, you are limited to what they produce.
Yeah.
Whereas at least with the Xbox, you still get a variety to choose from. Although the pricing isn't much cheaper. I've looked at, because these aren't just your standard like hard drives. They are the solid state drives, aren't they? Yeah. So I've looked at those, like I've literally on my computer, I've got my operating system on one of those, but I literally only got 128 megabyte one because that was still 40-50 quid. The
one thing that I would just say about these, before people sort of like get carried away, is these are designed to match the internal custom SSD of the Series X and S. So in terms of speed and functionality,
it will be identical, and you can literally You can literally just pop it out, put a new one in with different section of
Yes.
games. Whereas with the PlayStation, obviously, if it doesn't quite meet the specs, there might be slightly. I mean, we're not talking much. We're talking like a second here or there. There might be a longer loading time somewhere or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas at least these are all boom standard. And personally, I prefer that because it's just if I've just spent like £450 on a system, I don't want to be taking it apart.
No, no, you don't.
I know it's not
Anyway,
like massively awkward, but yeah,
so
£400.
pre-orders for these are starting in November, so that's next week, and I suppose they are supposed to be available in all markets. So
yeah, I mean, and you got the 1 terabyte. It's nice to have the option though that they've actually gone down to a smaller one. I think what would be, I'm going off on a tangent again. What would be nice though is when they like release a game, because like they use discs and that. You should have the option to be able to buy an SD card with the game on.
Yeah.
Especially for like the Series S that doesn't have a disc drive.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a game like, let's say, Microsoft Flight Simulator, where you're downloading well over 100 gigabytes of data. If they had like a 128 gigabyte card, that would obviously be a little bit cheaper. Charge more than the actual base game. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going off on one.
I've got a question for you.
I might have an answer, but I doubt it.
Have you put a screen protector on your new Nintendo Switch?
I have not.
Well, you should do.
Because it's done really badly on a screen durability test.
Yeah. So I am the science guru here. For those who don't know, I've got a degree in astrophysics, and physics has all sorts of good stuff about it. So there's lots of scales that I know about. So there's a hardness scale, basically. So how hard items are, and that's all the way from very, very soft, like say something like slate, up to a diamond or sapphire. So this is called the Mohs scale, and it goes, obviously, as you would say, up to a 10. So a Mohs scale of hardness would be a level 2 or 3 would be plastic, 5 or 6 would be glass, 8 or 9 would be sapphire, and obviously you go all the way up to diamond and then titanium. So when they did the surface of the OLED screen, unfortunately it came out of a 2 or a 3. So the top layer on your Switch is actually equivalent to plastic.
Yeah.
So the reason that you would do this, now I know quite a bit about this because I did used to work in a phone shop, and I learned all sorts of stuff when I was at the phone shop. So the reason they do this is the actual bottom layer of the screen is glass, but they coat over the top with usually a film, which means that if you actually drop it, tons of glass doesn't go flying. So you get that crazy paved sort of like shattered glass, but the glass doesn't actually come out or off the top layer of the digitizer that's underneath. So that's what that's for. And they have put a warning, which we covered in the story last week, to not take that top layer off. But it's important now to be aware that it is very, very soft and you need to put a screen protector on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I will.
Should we go get one on Donut Friday?
I'm not sure I will. I'm just going to be very careful with my Switch. It's like,
do you ever take it out the house?
Yeah, I take it over to Bartlett's with me when I go over there. Hey, Bartlett.
Okay. Do you put it in the case?
I have a case. It's literally either my Switch is either in my dock, in my hands playing it, or in the case. It's never just on the side. I'm never doing extreme Switch playing, like bungee jumping whilst playing on my Switch, because that just seems like a disaster for a problem. I mean, I get it. One day I might drop it by mistake. I never dropped the other one, so I'm not overly scared. And from like the clips I've seen of the test, they're hacking at it with a with a Stanley knife. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to like scrape at it to see how hard it is. But I do get where it's coming from. It's like, if you are worried or do you think, I probably am going to knock this and drop it, then a screen protector is definitely a way to go.
If you're watching on YouTube and you have put a screen protector on, drop us a comment and tell us how difficult it was.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm sort of worried about. It's like putting the screen protector on, getting air bubbles trapped underneath it and things like that, and it's just not looking as clean as it should look.
Yeah, and I'll tell you
the
that
thing
is
I
when
like
people
about
used
it.
to come in, when people used to come into the phone shop and buy a screen protector, they'd always say to us, "Can you put it on for me?" And we would say no, simply because it's so hard to get it on without putting bubbles.
Yeah, I know. Like
underneath.
a lot of people,
It's really tough.
a lot of people are recommending like a glass screen protector for this one, so it's a bit more durable. And obviously, I imagine they go on a little bit better.
If I had one.
So yeah, it's a thing to look into. Definitely look into a screen protector if you remotely think, do you know what? I probably am going to drop my Switch, because I know some people are a little bit more clumsy than others. I'm
very clumsy.
You know, I'm fairly confident that the way I play my Switch, I'm probably not going to damage the screen.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Anyway, moving on. We're going to talk about Xbox Game Pass, because at the beginning of this year, Microsoft said they had around 18 million subscribers, and recent rumors suggest it's up to 20 to 30 million, but Xbox still not happy.
Well, they like that Mahoney.
Mahoney. Yeah, so it's a 37% growth, which is phenomenal, really.
Yeah.
But apparently their target was 48%, which is fairly ambitious.
Yeah, I think
in my eyes.
The thing is, though, with a target, they would sit down and set that, wouldn't they, at the start of whenever they were going to.
Yeah. And
when they set that target, they like Halo Infinite was meant to come out last November. It's not coming out till December now. So that is a massive game that would have drawn people into Game Pass, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I think
also, I'm not sure if they actually made these projections off the back of the growth that we saw in 2020 when everybody was in lockdown.
When everyone was stuck at home and people were buying more games, doing more things at home because obviously they weren't allowed out. Yeah. So yeah, but the thing is, it's like if you look at what's coming out, games are just starting to come out now for the new for the Xbox Series X and S. Like we've just had Psychonauts 2. We've got Forza coming out soon. Yeah. Like literally that's next week, I think it is. Then you've got the big one, Halo.
Lot of delays because of lockdowns.
A lot of games have been delayed, and like you say, like when we've said, we've not been able to get hold of these consoles yet. It's not. It's annoying, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't play this, because we can play these games that are coming out on the normal Xbox. Yeah. So it's not. I think that is why it's. I mean, still, though, 37% growth is still really good. I still think they've not hit that projection because, like I say, game delays. There's been no big game come out really in this year of the Xbox and being here. And I think when they do start to trickle, when we start getting like Halo, when we start getting what's the Bethesda one, the space one, Starfield. When they finally go, look, here's Elder Scrolls 6 and it is exclusive to Xbox, I think that'll boost things as well.
But still, if you crunch the numbers, you are at 18 million subscribers, and even conservatively speaking, up to 20 million.
Yeah.
You know, if you've added at least a couple of million subscribers, you know, and that, you know how much that is per month times 20 million. That is significant growth. And I would have thought the shareholders would be fairly happy.
I don't think shareholders are ever happy. The shareholders are shareholders because they want a lot of money.
A Mahoney, it's all about Mahoney.
The Mahoney,
anyway,
the salads.
So I thought that was quite an interesting story. However, the next story is even more interesting.
Yes.
So have you got plenty of screenshots to put on?
I will put screenshots on, do not worry, because
the people need to see this. This is merch, and this is next level merch.
Yes, there are new Pokemon merch coming out. The Pokemon company has revealed a new line of merchandise that is sure to hit with fans.
This is cute.
They're all fainted.
Yes, they're all just laying there.
There's key rings, and they're all just like unconscious Pokemon. Do you know, like how their eyes are all spirally? They're all just lying down, like.
Yeah. There's also stickers.
Yeah, we've got a rabbit here that's like a wrist, like a desktop wrist support.
So which one are you picking out for me? So you know me really, really well, and what the type of things that I like, and something's caught my eye.
Has it? Ooh. Let me think. It's not the Charmander hoodie, is it?
It's a pencil case.
Is it? Oh,
So
we've got an AirPods box as well with a Snorlax.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which one's the pencil case?
I'm a big fan of stationery. So a pencil case.
Oh, was that the Snorlax and the Pikachu pencil case?
Yes, the Pikachu one is the one that I really like.
They're just like, unconscious on the floor.
I can't see a price on those. Is it like if you have to ask, you can't afford it?
Probably. You know how much these things are. They're also like hitting the Pokemon Japan store, so you're going to have to import them from Japan, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think the hoodie is for you.
The hoodie's not for me. I don't know. I don't know which one's for me. The Gengar looks pretty good, but I'm not sure what it is.
There's some good stuff.
I don't know what the Gengar is at all.
Yeah. So if you're looking at this, people, let us know which other merch you would like, and if you haven't pressed that subscribe button and hit the bell to let you know so you don't miss out, please do that now. We'd like it. It helps us grow.
And one of the benefits of watching and things is you can ask us questions. And do you know what? Are you sitting down?
Am I?
We actually have questions this week.
Whoa!
We have questions. We have a question from a Charlotte who asked, did Kelly enjoy being picked up? No.
No. Kelly is one of those strange cats.
She does not like it at all.
Oh, God. Kelly is one of those really strange cats that doesn't really like to be fussed. Now, I don't know what that's about. But...
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. She loves being fussed, but she doesn't like sitting on you. She doesn't like being trapped. So if you enclose her in with a cuddle or anything, even if she's on the floor still, she does not like that at all. She likes being fussed, but on her own terms.
I think what I was trying to say is she's not a lap cat, is she?
No. Although she did sit on my lap the other day. Do you know, like when we got back from feeding Amelia?
Yeah.
I got back in, sat down. She started sniffing me, and then she wouldn't get off me. She just sat on my lap for like half an hour.
Oh, she knew you'd been unfaithful. So
she was
for those
like,
who don't know what we're talking about,
I can smell my older sibling here.
We had to go and do a little job, which was to feed somebody's cat for them while they were away. So
is actually a relative,
had a bit of a snuggle.
Who is actually a sibling of Kelly, not from the same litter, but she's a little bit older than Kelly.
So yes, that was Amelia. So she must have smelt Amelia on you and thought, "Oh my God, my human's been unfaithful.
I best sit on him to keep him happy."
Stink him up again with my own scent.
Yes. Okay. Question number 2. This is from Cat Girl Biker, who posted this up on YouTube. Miss Bree, do you have any more good soup recipes?
I do, actually. I have a really good one, and for this time of year, it's a great one because it's roasted butternut squash soup, and it's great. It's really, really good, and it's super easy as well because you basically just throw the whole squash in the oven and roast it, and then you throw everything in.
You could put the recipe on our Discord.
I will put it up on our Discord, and if you haven't found that yet, probably
there'll be a link. There'll be a link
below,
down on the YouTube video.
Down here
for how to get into it.
Yes.
And finally, this is from Barla on Twitter, who asked, "Have you had a naughty Battenberg?"
Ooh, not me. I have had cake this afternoon, though.
I did have cake this afternoon. It was a Battenberg. It was. It wasn't. Hey, look. It wasn't an ordinary Battenberg. It was an M&S Battenberg.
It's not just any Battenberg.
It was good. It was so good, and I don't regret anything.
So, I had an apple and parsnip, spiced apple and parsnip cake.
That sounds weird. Apple and parsnip. Nice. You don't have parsnip in cakes.
Yes, you do. We have carrot in cakes.
Yeah, but that's a carrot. It's not a parsnip.
Well, it's like a white carrot, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Not really.
So is that the end of our questions?
That is all the questions. And remember, if you would like to ask us anything, and obviously by those questions, we really do mean anything, you can leave a comment down on the YouTube videos. Or if you do not watch on YouTube videos and you listen to us, you can head over to Twitter and just use the hashtag Ninqueso Live. And I will search just before the stream to make sure there's no questions.
You can also ask me on my Twitter, which is up here.
Yes.
See that there? Gamer Girl Miss Brie.
Yeah, if you tag them in. Oh, you can do that with me as well. Or you can I mean, if you'd come to my stream and ask, I'll probably just answer there and then. So, you know.
Yeah. So where can they find you? So
You
they can
find me almost every day, apart from Tuesdays and Wednesdays, over on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Ninqueso, where I start streaming at 6 p.m. UK time. You can also find me on the Facebooks and the Twitter above my head. The Twitter isn't above my head, which is Ninqueso over on Twitter, and for some reason it's Elgranqueso74 on Facebook, but it does come up as Ninqueso Twitch Gaming.
Awesome. Yeah, ask us a question, give us a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please do that because it helps us out.
And if you listen to it on a podcast, apparently leave a review helps.
Yeah, drop us a review. We'd really like that.
We would. It would be like, aw,
yeah,
that's nice.
We've had a good time today. We've had some interesting stories to talk about.
Yes, it's been good. I mean, I know we've not touched on other consoles much like the past few weeks, but I felt we had to this week because there wasn't a lot of Nintendo news. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that next week, the N64 stuff, because there's a lot of controversy going on about that as well.
Yeah,
but we'll see where it is next week, and we'll add it in. Yeah. Personally, so, I've not noticed anything, but still.
Thanks for joining us, folks. It's been fun. We will see you again next week.
Yes, make sure you don't miss it. Good night, bestie. Bye.